Greetings, my fellow unicorns. I'm Jolene. Welcome to Jolene Sparkles. Today we're going to continue with Dyson Sphere Program. It's been a couple of weeks since we've kind of worked on this. I played around with it a little bit today to kind of get myself up to date and kind of figure out where things were. And, I started on the purple science a little bit, and I did make a bunch of tweaks to my stream itself. I'm hoping that today's a little bit more stable than last week. Last week, well, things went kind of interesting last week. Suddenly, out of nowhere, it just died, and like that was it. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess that ends that stream. It worked out. I had a pretty bad headache anyway, so it is what it is. But anyway, so yeah, I made a bunch of changes to the way I'm doing my stream. I'm actually doing more rendering back onto the GPU. So I'm hoping that that helps a little bit with the stability. I did a bunch of test streams earlier today. I actually logged out of Streamlabs and back in and blah, 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 all that kind of crap. I'll tell you about all that in a few. So let's go ahead and get ready to jump into the game. Da, 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 da. So yeah, so some of the changes that I made in here well, I'll talk about the stream itself later. Just kind of a teaser for that. Actually, it's not really that exciting. I just changed, yeah, bunch of changes. Anyway, I know, real exciting. Excuse me. Sorry, just checking my, I kind of have to move my mic stand at some point. I don't like the way that I have it currently positioned. It's kind of hard to see the lights going up and down and stuff. Anyway, so, yeah, so what I did earlier today after I woke up this morning, okay, who am I kidding? I didn't wake up this morning. I woke up this afternoon. I started going through and kind of reacquainting myself with this base, trying to figure out where I was with everything. I started working on the purple science, which is around here somewhere. Still learning the lay of where things are. And one thing I did realize is that the next time I create a map or a game or whatever the hell you want to call it in Dyson Sphere Program, I'm going to set up my mall somewhere towards like the North or South Pole. If I'm on one pole, it'll be much easier to find where the heck everything is. That's been kind of a big struggle in this game, is trying to figure out like where are things on the map. So it was just one of those things where it just kind of occurred to me like, oh wait, this would be a much easier way to deal with this if I were to just, oh hi, I guess the eager decided to come up. But yeah, if it was on only one end of the pole, I mean, it does create a little bit less space that I can work with, but that's totally okay. So let's see. I think I have my mall over here somewhere. And, but yeah, I started working on the purple science. I improved, the one thing that was kind of hanging behind was, I think it was magnetic coils. Is that what you call them again? What is it? Every single one of these games has to have a different name for things, but like magnetic coils, yes. So those were going a little bit slow, and I have those being produced off planet. So I had to actually go to the other planet and improve the production capability of that. And there's my purple science. It's over here. So while I was doing that, I had to turn on particle broadband. I love it coming over like that, coming over the curve, and then you can just kind of see that gas giant in the background. I just love the visuals in this game. Oh my god, so great. Except for I hate that I hit escape too often. But anyway, yeah, so I had to work on the particle broadband, got that up and going, and then once I got that up and going, you might notice that I'm just kind of doing a pass-through with the particle broadband. It's just going right through, and then it's being manufactured and stored inside this planetary logistics systems or station, so I can actually reuse it for other purposes. Now, the amount that I'm producing currently is just not nearly enough. We definitely need to probably double up the amount of production here, but that's okay because we can just do it by adding on another layer here, and that will be pretty easy. But as of right now, I don't really have anything else that is requiring the particle broadband, so that's okay. So yeah, I let it run for a little while today, and I saved up as much purple science as I could so I can go ahead and kick off some actual research. But before we kick off some research, let's go take a look at our planetary logistics that is, it's just our regular logistics that is bringing in all of the different science from different areas and see how much is actually stored in here currently. Yeah, you can see we have 3,200 of the purple science ready to go. So let's go ahead and kick off some of that research. Oh yeah, hi, little Jaeger here. He's just come over to say hello. He's just hanging out, chilling out, being a cat, you know, doing his thing. All right, so yeah, we're definitely going to want to kick off universe exploration at some point because we will want to, we don't have the things to. What are you doing? Come on, decide, pick a point. Are you gonna lay up there or come down here? I don't know what he wants to do. I guess he's gonna come lay on my lap now. So yeah, this is something we're going to want to kick off at some point. But because we don't have the ability to warp to other uh, solar systems, this is not really. I'm not going to waste the resources on it right now. But this Mecha Core upgrade is really really nice. This will improve the amount of energy that we have total by 800 megajoules. So it's awesome. It's a lot. It's great. I don't have much purple or blue on me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little storage container here that I can just grab out. Excuse me. Jaeger, stop it. He's got to be a pain in the neck. He wants to, just hang out and be next to me and, Anyway, he's just being a cat, Because, cats can't just lay down on you. They have to, readjust themselves and... they have to use their claws on everything. So, it ends up just kind of scratching the hell out of my legs constantly. And, if this COVID crap is ever over and we've got bikini season coming up, I don't want to have my legs all messed up by this little face here. So anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm just grabbing out, a couple of these resources to have directly on my character that will allow me to do some of the research directly. I mean, do you need to do it this way? I mean, I could just say, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to rely on the, these science labs to do all the research for me. I could just do that, honestly. I don't have to do it the way that I'm doing it. It's just, whatever, who cares? We're going to be kicking off a couple of things, that's fine. So let's see here. One of the other things I want to do, and we won't be able to get that until... Oh, wait, we can get this. We can queue it up now because we're almost done with that. This increases the recovery speed. This is super awesome. I'm a big fan of this upgrade. At first, I kind of skipped it because I really didn't think much of it, but oh my god, this upgrade is super awesome. So we can't go any further with that. That's okay. This, adding 2 more drones will be nice, but I think there's other things we could use it for right now. Longer sail life is very awesome. It's something I definitely want to consider. However, another layer or the next level of vertical construction, I think, will be a little bit better for us because that will allow us to add, 2 more layers to each one of our science labs. So let's go ahead and queue that one up next after that. So it'll be our circuits and then that, and then that, and that, and that. Yeah. And I guess we'll kick off the sorter cargo stacking. This makes the Mark III sorters be able to carry more items at once. And what I find really interesting about this game is that within these upgrades, they only affect Mark III, which I found really fascinating because a lot of other games, you'll have upgrades that are for Mark I first and then a Mark II, but this one is just Mark III right off the bat. So I found that kind of interesting. I'm not sure that I agree with that, but that's okay. It is what it is. I guess they just want to kind of force you to use those Mark IIIs because the Mark IIIs have a little bit higher power consumption. Vein utilization, I think, is super awesome because we get a little bit more bang for our buck. So let's go ahead and queue that up next. And research speed, we're going to leave that as is for right now. Yeah, it's not worth wasting the 1,000 resources on that. Okay, Jaeger, stop it. Okay. I guess he wants to get down now because he's done scratching my legs. So yeah, I think this is another upgrade that will be nice. It tends to lower your overall power requirements because you can carry more items back and forth on your logistics drones. And each time your logistics drone takes off, it has to, use a little bit of power. I'm not going to worry about this right now. And the reason I'm not going to worry about this right now is that I have a ton of hydrogen I just want to burn off. I just don't need it. And, oh, actually, you know what? This is something that we were working on last time. I don't know if I actually, let's see here. Okay, we do have, what I'm looking for here is, am I, okay, yes, I do have some of the orbital collectors there because I did see them kind of take off there, which is for some deuterium and for some hydrogen. We're just kind of burning off of that excess hydrogen because we're always going to have a ton of extra of it. I really think they should kind of nerf the amount of power that you get out of the hydrogen towards the low end, so it kind of encourages you more to seek out other technologies for that. Let's take a look at our Dyson sphere itself. I haven't actually looked at, oops, wrong hotkey, it's Y. I haven't looked at it in a while, and you can see I just have a really basic swarm kind of setup here. I'm just doing a, you know, I'm not going crazy like I did last time where I had like this really cool like atom looking thing. It looked great. But once you get to the Dyson shell itself, you very quickly realize that you just don't actually need to, you know, to go that crazy with it. You can just do as simple as you want. 2 layers, that's it. That's been my experience so far. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, so now we have purple science kind of going. Let's take a look at the next things that we need to do, which is going to be working on the Dyson sphere components. You need the Dyson sphere components in order to make the delivery mechanism, which is going to be these little rockets. And let's see, where are they? And this is where things get really cool. This is where I like to work on this stage of the game. Let's see here. Where do you... Oh, here it is. The vertical launching silos. Now we can actually kick off this research. So we're going to kick off this research. And while that's going through, we're going to start grabbing all the things that we need in order to produce that. So we're going to need the Dyson sphere components first. In order to make the Dyson sphere components, you will see that we need cells, we need processors, and we also need frame material. Frame material, bunch of things that this needs. This is just being produced in an assembler. So let's go ahead and find a good place where we're going to do that assembly. This particular one, we could do it pretty much anywhere on the map that we want. And you know what? I'm just going to pick pretty much right where we are right now. I think this is fine. And let's see. Do we have anything out of this that we can... Oh, this one we're already requesting solar cells. So actually it would be perfect to get in on this one right here. This is actually a perfect location for this. Ah, this is great. It looks like I should have picked up more... Crap. I should have picked up more foundations. Let's see. Where are we at right now? Okay, South Pole. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on where I was. Oh, no, sorry. Is that South Pole or North Pole are we at? Well, we're pretty close to the equator right now. Is it the equator? Yeah, I guess I wish it was a little bit easier to kind of, you know, see some lines to where you are, but it looks like I'm kind of near halfway through the equator by the North Pole. And my, I think my mall's back this way. Yeah, it's probably back this way. This should be good. Oh yeah, because here's where I'm producing all my processors, circuit boards, and all that kind of fun stuff. Yes, here we go. Here we go. This is it. And I wanted to grab some foundations here. Producing a ton of foundations, because trust me, you always use a ton in this game. At this point, I pretty much just pick up like 3 stacks at a time, because that's how much I tend to use at a time. Oh, you know, I don't know if I actually grabbed enough assemblers. No, I think we should be good. Probably have to come back to grab some more, but that's okay for right now. Let's see here. We're down near the equator. I think it's like back here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know you're over here somewhere. Come on. I don't want to have to go out to the, you know, to zoom out in order to find this, but it looks like I might have to because I lost it. I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, I wish there was some kind of waypoints or like, you know, things that you can just kind of drop down and be like, hey, this is where I was, or this is where I want to go, or something like that, because I have a crappy memory, and for me it's hard to keep track of where the heck I was. Okay, so there is the North Pole, and there is my mall. Got a little more research complete. That's good. Okay, because I remember we came across this, which was our processors and everything. There was my purple science. And I thought it was near where our guns were, or that were shooting off. Oh yeah, I just saw one shoot off. I think. Didn't I? Yeah, this is one thing that's still a real pain in the ass with this game, is trying to find things. I gotta find a better way to kind of organize my planets to be able to find things, because otherwise I end up spending 15 minutes trying to find what the hell I'm looking for. And a lot less time actually building. One real frustrating thing with this game, I've gotta say. Wish I could also turn off those little pop-ups when a research is complete, because, yeah, I get it. Research complete. Thank you for telling me. Oh my god, I can't believe I lost it again. Well, I lost it a long time ago, but I mean I lost where I was working on this thing. Okay, so let's try it this way. So let's go to the equator-ish, which is pretty close to where we are right now. Oh, we don't have any fuel. Let's kind of put some fuel in there. That would definitely cause a problem. Oh my god, I can't believe I lost this. This is so annoying. I can't tell you how many times. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Oh my god, that was annoying. But hey, we found it. Alright, so just kind of laying out a little bit of foundation here to just smooth over that water. Cool. So, it looks like we have these energetic graphite. That's going to be a bit annoying. What's we have the energetic graphite being requested for? Oh, I'm just producing diamonds. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to kind of bring this over here like this. We're going to put a brand new planetary logistics, and we're going to move our energetic graphite over to it. So we're going to change this one to supply. And then we're going to come over to this one, change it to energetic graphite, which is in here somewhere. There you are. Change this to demand. We'll put a bunch of drones in here. And yes, I know it's going to end up pulling them directly from right next door, but that's okay. I really don't care that much. It's going to pull them from here. Whatever. Those will be gone and out of the way in just a few seconds. So let's see. In order to produce this, we're also going to need some of the high purity silicon. So let's go ahead and demand some of that. And let's put a couple more logistics drones in there. Kind of like to lead these as like round numbers. No idea why. It's just kind of a weird OCD with me. So, okay. There we go. Alright, so that should be cleared out in just a second. As soon as that's cleared out, then we can change it out for the other thing, which is going to be my aluminum. Oh, wait, sorry. No, this one needs... Oh, crap, sorry. I mixed this up. We still have one more thing that we need to produce before we can get to the Dyson sphere components. So we still need one more area that we're going to create our frame material at. And what I'm going to do is we're just going to build it really close nearby. We'll let that thing continue to empty out. And we'll just kind of put this thing right down here, and we'll just do basically the exact same thing. We'll just kind of produce it down a little bit further here. And then we'll bring it over as needed. Okay, let's connect that up. Okay, now we can actually get the correct items for this. Itchy nose. Okay, we need some of the carbon nanotube. We're going to need some aluminum. Or sorry, titanium alloy. And then we'll need some of the high purity silicon. So let's set all these to demand. And give that a nice 20 drones. I don't know why I did that split. Just, whatever. Sometimes I do these weird splits and I'm like, wait, that didn't really make sense. But hey, that doesn't matter. We don't always have to make sense. We just have to do things. Alright, so let's see. Let's get this in there. So what I'm doing here is just running out a couple of lines are going to be all of these, and then we'll start dropping out some Yeah, this is one thing that's kind of annoying is that if you pull this out a little bit too far, you can see that it just kind of it snaps to the wrong position. I don't know why it does that. It is really annoying. I hope that's something that they fix. They should be releasing another big update. Sorry, one second, I'm making a little bit of noise here, but I had to put my little wrist thingamajiggy on my my wrist because yeah, I've been gaming a lot today, so my wrists are kind of hurting. But anyway, yeah, they got a major content patch coming out in the next like 2 weeks. Well, not major, but they got another big update coming out in the next 2 weeks. That's going to introduce a bunch of things related to the way that we handled some buildings and stuff, which is pretty exciting. I talked about that a little bit last week, but some CPU optimizations, that's kind of cool. Some leaderboard kind of stuff, which, while it's cool, I want multiplayer. And, you know, that's something that they have expressed interest in, but I'll be honest with you, I'm losing a little bit of hope on multiplayer for this game because multiplayer is kind of one of those things where you do need to start it early. You know, I don't remember when Factorio added it. I mean, by the time I started playing Factorio, they already had it in there. Same goes for Satisfactory. Even though it is hella buggy for Satisfactory, it still exists. Oh, you know what I should have done? Before I put all those down, I should have selected my recipe. Oh well, no big deal. I can still go through and select those, but we'll do for the next set. It's just a little bit easier to do kind of a copy paste. Then I go through these menus and select each one of those. There we go. Cool. And let's see, we're going to want to move another one of these down here. Perfect. And then this will kind of come down through this way. And then from there, we will kind of, I don't know how we're going to loop them around yet, but I think what we're going to end up doing is kind of looping them up this way, you know, to the, I guess it's to the east, up to the east, kind of loop it back around, and then kind of come around back this way where we're going to be assembling the actual rockets themselves. And then we will, I'm not sure where we're going to launch them from yet. I guess we'll just kind of launch them pretty nearby. But what I've done in the past is that I will end up having the assemblers, or the launchers at a couple of different points of the, well, there's two different ways I've done it. One, a couple of different points of the planet, so you always have at least a couple firing. And the other that I've done is to only put them near my mall, so it's easy to find where the hell my mall is. So because of the fact I've been having so much trouble finding my mall, you know what? Let's go back to the method of just putting them near my mall. Yeah, I mean, I guess I am really relying on the logistics network to do a bulk of the work for me. It does allow us to get really lazy with the way that we kind of put things down. We can create some very unoptimized designs by doing that, but who cares? It's not that big of a deal. Okay, we're just going to create a little bit more. I think that should be good for now. Probably need to increase it a lot more later. Like, I think we might have actually put a little bit too much in place. But maybe what we can do is we can just turn off some of these if we need to. So we don't want to completely saturate our production so other things are not being produced. This is just kind of an early stage Dyson shell, so we don't want to go too crazy too early on. Because we've got a lot of things that we need to continue to build out. I think it would be kind of interesting to try to complete this game without completing a Dyson shell at all. And just see if you can just go through the game like without actually creating one, which is pretty stupid because that's the whole point of the game, but you know, whatever. I'm pretty sure in order to beat the game, they'll probably make some requirement that like you kind of have to do it or else what's the point? Let's see here. I mean, my personal game, I have gotten all the way to the end. I have one more research to do. I just didn't complete it because I just wanted to scale things out, but I think I might actually just abandon that game because, yeah. I've been playing too many other games recently. Speaking of which, Ooh, excuse me. Speaking of which, I'm definitely thinking about introducing some new games to the channel soon. I think starting as early as next week. So probably next game I will thinking about introducing maybe Astroneers. I'm not sure yet. I need kind of a reset with the channel. I feel like things have been really unstable recently, and I need a really good, like, just kind of reset everything and bring it back to the way we were in the beginning. And I'm looking at kind of doing that. Oops, crap, I didn't want to put those there like that. But yeah, I'm looking at potentially starting that kind of soon. I just feel like things have been getting a little stale, and I just need to kind of spice it up and bring some new stuff in, you know? Making sure I'm drinking the all-important water. All right, so now that we have these being produced, that's awesome. Great. Frame materials. Now let's go over here and take a look at our Dyson Swarm, our Dyson Sphere components. And then these will be used to create our small carrier rockets. And then the small carrier rockets will be used to launch things into space. But we still got quite a few things in order to create. We have to create in order for us to start producing those. So let's get to it. Okay, so for this we need, let's see, we just need processors because we have everything else here. Let's reset this. Let's change this over to processors. And here we go. This, we don't actually need these, so we're going to set it back to supply because we want those to clear out eventually. Yeah, because that was, I don't know why I put that in place. That was part of the, oh, you already have those over here. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Okay, yeah, got it. Kind of mix things up, but nope, I got it. Just took me a second. All right, so let's bring the processors out. First, we have to bring out some of these, and then we need to bring out processors. Oh, wait, are we on those yet? Wait, I'm mixing things up. Yes, we are on those. Good. Okay, and then this one will kind of loop around. So I guess what we'll do is we'll just... how do I want to do this? Well, there's a couple of different ways I can do this. What I'm kind of looking at is, do I want to put my assembler here, which means that I'm going to end up having... if I put this like this, if I put this like this, then I'm going to end up having these frames coming in this way. And then I'm going to have something kind of going out for the return. And I guess once we get this cleared out, we can use this as our, kind of bring those back out to the network. So we can do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Because then it allows me to bring these in without trying to overlap them, which I think would be a giant pain in the ass. Yeah, I gotta start using the hotkeys a little bit more. I keep forgetting about them. Tend to do a lot of copy paste if you haven't noticed. And switching so many contexts is just sometimes a lot easier just to deal with the copy paste of it. All right, so let's go ahead and bring this over, and we'll just get, I guess we'll get a couple more of these up. And I think that should be sufficient. Start trying to remember to use the hotkeys. Oh, wow, I don't have enough space between these. Oh, yeah, this is kind of an issue. So when you do build closer towards the poles, you don't have enough room to actually put a, was it Tesla tower? Yeah, Tesla tower in between those. So what we end up doing is kind of putting them down towards the bottom. But I have to provide enough room that this top one can get this going out. Let's see here. Yeah, I think this should be enough room to do this. And we'll want to bring this down. As soon as my drones get back from their little vacation over there and building that other stuff. And these are still going to be hanging out here because we're just not using nearly enough of the high purity silicon. It's going to take a while for that to kind of clear out. I mean, that might be a little bit of an issue. I might have to, yeah, I might have to clear it out myself. I think it might just take too damn long for that to kind of clear out. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some Mark III belts, and we're going to bring that over to this. And what I'll do is kind of bringing it through this way. But what I'm going to do is put this in place. So we're going to create a storage here. And we're going to have a few of these kind of going in. And then a few, let's see, how do we want to do this? A few going in. And then we'll create a few going out. And the reason I'm doing this is because it will allow me to very quickly empty out all the contents of here and directly into storage. So we can turn around and use that for something else. And then once that's completely cleared out, just over time, these will start to kind of filter in there. We'll just, I don't know how much space we actually need, but that should be more than sufficient. But yeah, so this will, I mean, this is still going to keep demanding some from other places. It might even grab some from here. But for the most part, it's going to keep just kind of shoving it directly into there. I guess another thing I could do is create a splitter here if I want to really get this to go through faster. We're going to put a splitter here. So we can put this like this. I guess I should have put that down one further, but that's okay. There we go. Cool. Excellent. Perfect. All right. So that should be emptying out. Yep, you can see it's emptying out pretty quickly. Perfect. While that continues to empty out, we'll just continue to run some more power down here. I want to make sure that we're getting this sorter right here. I want to make sure that's being covered. Sometimes if you create it too close to the edge, it doesn't work. So that's why I'm being a little more cautious of it. All right, so I guess I can connect that in. And then we can kind of loop that back around, which also means that we're going to start using more of that high purity silicon because it's actually going to start getting used more. Because right now it's those machines have produced a bunch and they shut off because there's no room to output any more of those. Perfect. So let's kind of come down over here. And I'm going to do this while allowing a little bit of room for myself. So I'll just bring this down a little bit further to right about, yeah, I guess that's probably good. And now I've got to actually find out exactly where this is going to end up. This might take a little bit of, oh wait, luckily I put it right on this main line, so that's really easy. Yeah, perfect. I'm glad I did that. That was a total accident. I'm not going to lie, total accident. All right, so now we can loop this around this way. Having those 2 extra drones would be a little bit nice right now, but don't want to waste all those purple science materials working on it. Tonight I'm doing a little bit of an experiment on Twitch. I put change the title. Just oh wow, why does it say satisfactory? Huh, this is weird. I don't know why it's saying satisfactory right now. Because no, I'm definitely not streaming satisfactory. Maybe that's why I'm not really getting. Hold on, let me take a look at this. Brittany, I know that you're kind of busy playing. I mean, Brittany's playing Satisfactory right now, but is my stream showing Satisfactory or is it showing Dyson Sphere program on the schedule currently? I don't think she can hear me. It's either that or she's just totally ignoring me. I mean, what? You know, I might have messed up my schedule. I think that might be why things are so out of whack. Let's see here. I'm actually just connecting to my stream, loading the page itself to try to figure out which show I'm supposed to be on right now, which game. I mean, we're playing Dyson Sphere program, simple as that. If I just need to change the title really fast, I will. But yeah, I'm doing a little bit of an experiment with the naming on it. Oh, it says Purple Science. Okay, Dyson Sphere Program. Okay, yeah, so it is showing the right one. Huh, that's weird. I don't know what's up with that. But I can't see video producer. This is weird. I don't know why it's not letting me edit my schedule while I'm actually playing. Sorry, bear with me one more second. If I can't get this. Oh, here's where the schedule is. Oh, no, it is showing it. Huh. Okay, that's weird. I don't know. I guess I just had the page load up from last time. Whatever. Exciting news, though. I did finally order a new monitor. My secondary monitor has decided that it is no longer interested in participating in life, and it decided to shit the bed. So it is pretty much effectively dead. It works like 10% of the time if I'm lucky. You know, I think we're going to get 2 more drones because these are just a little bit too slow right now. Yeah. But yeah. It finally decided it just doesn't want to work anymore. Every once in a blue moon, like every 100 times that I try it, it just suddenly starts working, but for all intents and purposes, totally dead. I did find this. I know it's an Alienware, it's a Dell, but you know, monitors are really, to find a decent monitor with decent resolution, all the features that I want, and an ultra wide is just, it's really challenging right now. This, the whole chip shortage just around the world just, oh, shit. I put that the wrong direction. Crap. That's not what I meant to do. Oopsies. Nope, that went the wrong way. Okay, well, we're gonna have to fix that. That was a total screw up. I can't believe I did that. Okay, well, you know what? We can just leave these like this for now. All right. Oh my god, why does my nose itch all the time? I hate it. I swear, it's only when I get on my stream. Okay, it's not only when I get on my stream, but that definitely does make it worse. I guess it's one of those things where you're just like, I shouldn't itch my nose, and then your nose gets really itchy, and then you just can't stop thinking about itching your nose, and the more you keep thinking about itching your nose, the worse it gets. Especially when you're on a stream talking about how itchy your nose is, and you're trying not to itch it. Alright, so almost have this kind of rerouted into the right way. That also means we have to clean up our mess here. Luckily, deletion does not require the drone, so that's a little bit easier there at least. Because that would be a giant mess. I wish I could... Wait, can I do that? I mean, I could do that. I wish I could, select an area and do, a, you know, where you, I click and then, it draws, a box or something like that. I wish there was something like that that allowed me to, select multiple things and say, oh, wait, can I actually do this? Shift. Oh, wait, that's right. I can do that now. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yay. Wow, that saved me a ton of time. Oh, my God, that was almost really painful. But yeah, that's good that I can do that at least. Okay, good. Now let's run these down. And we can bring these into a logistics setup. But I think this will probably be further than I really need to have it. But I'd rather leave myself a little bit of extra room, because it's easier to just say, you know what, I didn't end up using as much space as I really thought I was going to, than it is to move everything around in order to try to add a little bit more capacity. They're both pain in the asses, but yeah, I guess one's just a little bit less of a pain in the ass than the other. So I'm only going to put a couple drones in there. I'm not going to put the full amount. I guess we'll just put it up to 10. That should be sufficient. There we go. Give her a little bit of power. And let's see here. I guess we'll have you run... guess we'll just have this run. I don't know. How do I want to do this? Guess I'll just use a little bit more of this foundation that I already have here. And yeah, there we go. Using these so I don't use as much material. And it allows me to have a little charging station as I go around, which is really cool. We'll have to pick up some hydrogen in my travels around. Getting a little low on it. We're at an okay level right now, but yeah, when I see the hydrogen production, which I know is around here somewhere, I'll want to grab some out of that container. What am I producing here? I don't remember. Oh, you know what? I had totally moved this, but I forgot to connect it in. That's what I did wrong. There we go. Now that's producing a lot more. That's going to go back to producing diamonds, which, let's face it, we have so many diamonds that we really don't need to create any more right now, but we already had it being produced, so why not? All right, cool. So now that we have the Dyson sphere components being created, the last thing that we need to create in order for us to start blasting out these rockets is going to be the small carrier rockets themselves. However, in order to produce that, we need these quantum chips, and we are not producing quantum chips currently. This is going to be one of those things that's going to pretty much take us the rest of the episode to kind of work out. Yeah, looking at my stream right now, it's saying excellent. And I did a little bit of an experiment with trying to put a different title in there, but it didn't really seem to work because I have nobody on Twitch currently watching me. So, oh well. I don't know if it means anything if I change it right now. Let me see if I could change it right now. I don't know if I could change it on the website itself, but let's see. Haven't tried this before, so this will be interesting. Whoops, crap. Sorry. Oh, no, go away. Okay, that was annoying. Sorry about that. Give me a second. Let me do it on the other computer. I purposely have the other computer, like, muted so I don't do crap like that, but guess what I did? I shouldn't have done it on this computer. I should just went over this other computer, but hold on a second. Let me try to change the title so we can entice some people to come in and join me. All right, there we go. I just updated the title just a tiny little bit. I don't think it's really going to do much, but we'll just try it out. Been watching a couple of other YouTubers who've been talking about like tips on like, you know, getting more people onto your Twitch stream. So I don't know if their tips are going to work or not, but we'll see. But yeah, either way, I think that Dyson Sphere program and Satisfactory, I think people are a little bit bored with it right now, so that's another reason I'm like, maybe it's time for some new games. But all right, so let's see. What are our next things that we need? All right, so we need, oh yeah, we're going to need our deuterium fuel rods. And in order to make deuterium fuel rods, do we have that researched yet? I'm not sure that we have that researched because quantum chips, we don't have that researched yet. Okay, we're going to need the high glass or high strength glass because we need that for the wave function interface. And we also need these crystal things. Then once we have all those, then we can queue up these other things. Cool. So we're just going to go through and queue all those things up right now. And actually, you know what? I am going to go ahead and let's start working towards the gravity matrix because we need the gravity matrix in order to start producing some of these basically the warp engines. You need these little components to use for warp engines. Satellite power distribution. Oh, these are actually really nice. We should get those queued up as well. Yes, gravitational wave fractions. So yeah, you need gravitational lenses. Or graviton lens. That's what you use to... it's interesting because these look just like they do in the new Netflix, Voltron. You haven't seen the new Netflix Voltron? I highly recommend it. It is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Strongly recommend it. All right, so let's go ahead and queue these up. And I think in order to make these, yeah, because once we have... Yeah, let's go ahead and queue that up. We got a bunch of things queued up, but that's okay because we got a lot of really critical research we need to work on right now. Mini fusion power station. I still have not figured out what the hell power materials used for that. Oh, but we do have to research this anyway in order to make our deuterium fuel rods. I guess I should have realized that before I queued all this crap up. Oh well. What I'm going to do while that is going, I'm going to go to each one of my research areas, and I'm going to try to increase the capacity a little bit. It looks like we need to go pick up more of these. But I'm going to increase our capacity to produce, to not only produce, but consume our science. So that'll help a little bit because we have a ton of really important science queued up right now. Actually, I'm going to grab 2 stacks of that. Probably not going to be using that much of it, but that's okay for right now. I love this kind of mechanic that, like, you know, over time you could just kind of increase these by, you know, just getting a little more research so you can just plop more of these on top. I think we will run into an issue with blue science not being produced fast enough. That's okay. We'll circle back to that if we need to. Probably will need to be honest with you. I don't know where the heck I'm producing my red science. I think I'm producing it towards one of the poles, I think. Oh yeah, here's the red science. I know there's also yellow science that's being produced. Oh, there's the yellow science off in the distance. Perfect. So we're just going to add a little bit more onto this. Awesome. And that'll definitely help our capacity a little bit more, I hope. But I think we might run into some issues with being able to load in enough of this material at a time. So we upgrade some of those belts. And yeah, I think that's going better. Cool. Yep, that's awesome. Let's head over to our yellow science. The exact same thing. Just add a couple more onto that. Blue science is not being produced as fast, but I think we're okay with that right now. I'm not sure we actually need to do more of it. But yeah, I think we're good on this. I'm just going to let it use up the remainder of the inventory items, and then I'm going to probably turn off this... Actually, I'll just leave it in place. That's fine. It's no big deal. All right, cool. So that's going, and we got to wait till we get to the deuterium before we can set up any of that stuff. Let's see here. Actually, we can start working on some of these other things. The deuterium would have been nicer to work on first because it takes a little while to get all those materials in. But I know we got to create some of these Casimir. I don't know how you pronounce that. Whatever. But I don't know if we're producing any of these titanium crystals. Are we producing titanium crystals anywhere? Let's take a look around to see if we are producing those, because that might need to be another thing. We're at a point now where, yeah, we're unfortunately not going to be able to get to the Dyson shell this episode. Because there's just way too many things that we have to put in place in order to get there. Okay, so we are producing some of those here. Good. However, it doesn't appear that we are putting those in the logistics network. So let's kind of head over there and deal with that. We have to produce a lot more of those titanium crystals. We're going to need those for, I think, several different things. So let's head over there and we'll improve that production first. All right, so let's see here. What is taking so long? Looks like, yeah, there's... Oh, these things are going so slow, but that's also because the plastic is just slow. Yeah, I mean, it's at one of those states where there's a bunch of things that need to be improved all at once. So, yeah, it's going to take a little while to go through all these things. So let's first go to plastic. Plastic needs to be improved. Let's first increase the amount of, or the speed of our output. That'll help a little tiny bit. But yeah, we have to create a lot more plastic. We're just not producing even remotely close to enough plastic. I guess what I'll do is I'll just, for right now, I'll create some more. Ah, these are in a bad spot. Damn. I should not have run my oil through here, because in order for me to put these on the other side like this, I also need to move the energetic graphite. But what I can do instead, we're going to put these right here like this. Oh, no, we can't do that, sorry. We need to move our we need to move our oil over here. We're going to have our oil coming down this path as well. Kind of do like one of these alternating things. So they're directly not next to each other. They're just kind of alternating a little bit. We're actually kind of low on our Mark II, almost out of our Mark II sorter, so we'll have to go pick up some more of those. But what I'm going to do is this and that. Oops, that's the wrong button. And I'm going to move the heavy, or not heavy oil, just like the regular oil. I'm going to move that. Let's see here. I wasn't sure if I had enough room between these or not, but I think if I do that, that'll be good. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of break production for right now, but there's not much I could do about that. Yeah, this is in a really crappy spot. I don't want to try to go overhead because it's going to be really messy. I'd have to take this one out in order to do this. Yeah, I didn't really want to do that, but I guess I kind of have to. I guess the other solution is I could have moved the energetic graphite, but that also seems like kind of a pain in the ass. Could have used some... Thought about using some sorters to kind of go in between, but that also seems a little bit of a pain in the ass too. So, yeah, I guess we're just going to go this route and this works. But that also means that we need to change this over to pulling from here. So yeah, everything has to change in order to support this. But let's first deal with the existing before we deal with any of the new stuff. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just rebuild this whole thing. I don't like this. I think this has to be rebuilt. It's too problematic. Yep, that's in the wrong spot. Crap. Yeah, this is too small of a section. This is not gonna work. Well, I'll finish this one right now, and I think it's gonna have to be something I improve. Maybe we'll rebuild it afterwards, and we'll just move it somewhere else. But let's it first increase the capacity a lot more, and then we'll kind of figure out what to do from there. Yeah, this thing's a real giant mess. I don't like how this is put together at all. All right, so screw the new ones. This is just not going to work. This is too small of an area. You can see I barely have enough room to put anything here. I just need to... I need to move this somewhere else. This is just not going to work. All right, so let's go find somewhere else to put that. So we're going to find some new place to produce plastic. I guess we'll bring it down over... This looks like a good spot. Sure, why not? We'll do it here. Because we're probably not going to scale out this purple much more than a couple more of these. Let's see, I don't know if I have enough platforms or not. Good, had enough there. just because I want these to kind of be aligned a little bit, I am going to spend a little time to... Oops. I don't have enough foundation, so I had to shrink the size of what I was building. But yeah, there we go. I just want to build this on the exact same line, kind of going through there. Is that the same? Nope. It is so totally off. Let's try that again. Yeah, I guess I'll do it there. I wanted to bring it over a little bit more, but I think that's okay. I don't think I'm really going to be producing any more than that. But even as it stands right now, you can see that we're just kind of short on the particle broadband. So we really can't scale that out any further anyway. Let's see, in order to produce the plastic, we're going to need refined oil and energetic graphite. So we'll just request both of these. Give this a nice healthy number of drones to go out and grab all that material. Yeah, there's no reason for me to set these perfect numbers. There's no point. I'm sure there's a better way for me to be splitting these stacks or putting those in place, but who cares? Whatever. All right. So while those go through and grab what they need to, let's head to our mall, and hopefully this time we don't forget where the hell everything is. I'm going to, I know. I can hear the peanut gallery behind me laughing like, yeah, you're totally going to forget. She's laughing at me. She's laughing for good reason, actually. Because these are the things that I do. She knows me all too well. Never, never. She knows me all too well. All right, so there we go. Oh, I should have picked up more sorters while I was out. Go back, grab some more sorters. So I'm curious to know what games other people would be interested in me checking out for the stream. I think I might do an experiment where I'm going to probably bounce around between a couple different games to kind of see what interests people. Astroneers is definitely one of them. There's also this Terminator Resistance game. I'm a huge Terminator fan, so I was actually playing Terminator Resistance prior to the stream. And it's like one of those games where I started playing it right when it first came out, and then like I got sidetracked with something, and I just kind of forgot about the game, and then recently I thought about it. And so I started playing it again tonight, and then I realized they released this DLC where you get to actually play one of the infiltrators from Terminator 1. You get to like reenact that scene. Not reenact, but you get to kind of act out that scene in the game where you get to, play that one infiltrator that was in Terminator 1. So I think that'd be kind of cool to play through that on the stream. So I might do that on Wednesday. I'm not sure yet. Astroneer is another. There are a couple of other builder games I'm thinking about checking out. And, the problem with checking out, a lot of these games is that they take a long time to go through. And I kind of have, gamer ADHD where I just I can't keep my mind on one thing for very long. Meanwhile, I'm flying around. Yeah, exactly. You can't hear the peanut gallery in the background, but she's laughing at me saying that she just thinks it's ADHD. It's not really necessarily about gamer. It's just, yeah, I had to put gamer in front of it so I can make myself feel better at least. Okay. Just kidding. I've got so ADHD, it's not even funny. Anyway, all right, just grab a couple of this, couple of this, couple of that, a little more with a wiffle ball bat. All right, there we go. Okay, now we could try to find where the heck I was. Before I went flying around in circles trying to remember where the heck I was going. Now I got to remember where I was. Well, that's right. We're working down near the purple science. That's good. I wish you could at least like set up beacons or flags or, You know, I'm kind of bummed that this game doesn't have mod support yet. Even something unofficial, but I'm not sure the game has a big enough following yet. Like Satisfactory's got a really big following, so it's a lot easier for mods to exist. You know, a modded version of Satisfactory is also another thing I've been thinking about doing. I'm not sure I'm going to be returning with the stream that we were working on previously, because I got so out of date with where we were working on the stream that it seems so out of place now to be able to do that or to do that. So I don't know if we're going to be returning to that particular game or not. I might have to create a new one, but I think we might just take a break from Update 4 for a little while, and maybe we'll circle back later with a brand new game. I don't know. It all depends on the day of the week. My mind keeps changing like crazy on it because I just can't make up my mind.
Saturday, Julie.
It's a Saturday, yes. It's a day that ends in Y. Exactly. Oh my god, where the heck was this thing I was just working on?
It's the thing that you said you weren't going to forget?
Yeah, it was exactly the thing that I said I was not going to forget, and I totally forgot where it was. Like, I was working on the... Oh, that's right, we're working on the oil. And, oh, here it is. I found it. See, I found it. I'm not totally dumb.
No, nobody said
I'm just 99.98% dumb. Or is that like a bender, like everything's like 33%? Or is he 40% or 33? Or it's 40% like everything. 40% dolomite, 40%, yeah. Oh, but I think he has like a 0.5% nickel impurity, if I remember correctly.
Like 0.005. Yeah, but yeah.
He's got a nickel impurity.
Yeah.
The exact amount doesn't matter.
Math doesn't matter. Are you a flat earther?
Oh my god. She Brittany was I was listening to a flat earth debate before this show. If you're ever interested in hearing some ridiculous debates from people who actually think the earth is flat, yes, there's people who think that. There's a show on YouTube called Fight the Flat Earth, FTFE, and he does some great shows. He debates flat earthers. And very smart dude, knows his shit, and definitely recommend checking it out. Yeah, I was listening to a flat earth debate before getting on this show, and it's so ridiculous because they don't understand math. I mean, okay, I'm not very good at math myself, but I also don't think the earth is flat. Yeah, they seem to think that the earth is flat, and yeah, it's unbelievable, but there are people at this particular point in the earth that think the earth is flat. Wait, I'm producing the wrong thing here.
Wait, you mean it isn't?
It's not flat, thank you.
Not?
But yeah, it's great listening to these people. They have no idea what's going on in the world. They think they've uncovered some grand conspiracy, but they don't understand any of the math behind it, and they refuse to try to learn anything either. And so Brittany was just kind of making fun of me for like, well, you should do the math. Because, yeah, something flat earthers cannot do is the math. Neither can I, but I can't do the math either, but I don't claim the earth is flat either. So, it's funny in the chat, I was just being kind of a little bit of a bitch. I was like, this debate is like arguing with a head wound. But then again, I wouldn't want to insult a head wound. I don't know, maybe I said it a little funnier than that. Yep, that's whatever you were talking about for you. Excuse me. Brittany's making me choke and stuff. No, I didn't say Brittany's choking me. I said she's making me wait, what? Yeah. South Park. Oh my god. I've been watching a lot of South Park recently, like just kind of going back. Haven't watched it in a long time. Just going back through all those old episodes, and like there's a lot of South Park that Brittany has missed, so we've been going back and watching some of those episodes, and she said the name of one of the characters that excuse me. I'm not going to say the name of the character because it's one of the school teachers, and her name is Ms. Chokeson.
Potatoes.
Potatoes! Yes! Miss jokes on potatoes. There you go. So, oh my god. Me and Brittany have been playing a lot of Astroneers too. And she that game is fun because she can really mess with me during the game. Like I can't tell you how many times like she would just like bury me into a hole or just like just oh god, what are some of the things you did to me the other day? Like oh my god, so I was flying back. Like I had I wish I had this recorded. It was so great. I was in a shuttle. I was heading back to the planet. So she took the landing pad and decided to put it all the way high up on top of a mountain. Ha ha ha. Okay, funny. It was funny. I thought it was hilarious. Except for when I was landing, she decided to fold up the landing pad, so it got bugged and got stuck. Yeah, thanks, bitch. It was pretty funny. But yeah, it's a great game to mess with people with. But yeah, if I do some Astroneers, she might join along in on it. She did express some interest in it. I think it'd be kind of interesting because it would allow some different kind of gameplay where we both can go out and work on different planets and such. And I think it might be kind of fun to do. So it's one of the games I'm thinking about. Maybe. I don't know. You'll just have to, like, subscribe, and do all the things that I have to show myself out for. Because if you haven't already, please click like, subscribe, all the things. Because if you don't do that, then I can't grow my channel. I have to guilt you into it. I know. But yeah, that's just the reality of it. You have to guilt people in. I mean, it's every YouTuber and every streamer has to do it. So, there's a reason we say this kind of crap all the time, because you have to do it. Alright, so let's see here. Almost got a little bit more plastic production up and going, so that's good. Almost. There we go. I do have to get new... I love these cat ears, but the problem is, and I'll kind of show you this. Hold on a second. So you see underneath it, it has these like little weird kind of attachment things on it. And they kind of dig into my head and they, excuse me, they give me a little bit of a headache. So I think I'm just going to try like leaving them off for a few minutes. I do actually tend to like leave them on while I'm streaming because it's easier for me to like hear the feedback. It's not that I like to hear my own voice, but I want to make sure I'm still like talking into the mic, and it feels weird and unnatural, like not actually talking to the mic and not hearing a little bit of feedback from myself.
You just like to hear yourself talk.
No, I don't like to hear myself talk, as the peanut gallery tries to suggest. Actually, I'm not a fan of my voice, to be honest with you. Just saying. But yeah, I'm going to leave it off for a few minutes because it's kind of driving me crazy and giving me a little bit of a headache. But yeah, it's something I've been kind of dealing with, and I got to find a solution for it because I really like the cat ears on it. But like, if they keep giving me a headache, I may have to take them off, and I don't know what else to do with that. So I'm going to see if I can find some new kind of like thing to kind of attach and put over top there. But we'll see. Actually, I don't know, wait, is the game sound even on? I don't feel like the game sound is even on right now. Hold on, let me see. Oh, my main game volume has been down the whole time. Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. Wow, that was totally, yeah, there we go. Okay, that's a lot better. I'm still going to leave my headphones off for a few minutes so I can, like, let my headaches, go down a little bit. I gotta find a solution for that. Like, one of the things I've also thought about is I've thought about, just kind of cutting these and then just like, putting some Velcro on top of them. So that's another solution that I might do. I don't know. I don't feel like cutting these either. I gotta buy another set of the cat ears and do that. All right, so let's continue to expand this out a little bit. It's really hard for me to know whether I'm actually how far away from the microphone I am right now. That's what makes this a little bit challenging. I think this might be the first time on my stream that I'm going without having my headphones on. It feels really weird, not gonna lie. It just doesn't seem right. So I just can't tell if my voice is right or not. Oh, it's driving me crazy. Alright, now let's have this connected up. Yeah, increasing our plastic is definitely a good thing and very required. It was just at that phase that we really needed to do that. Yeah, I guess we're going to do every other for the power here. And the good thing is that based on the way that I've done this, I still have room to do one more. I can put another set of these on the other side, meaning on this side right here. And we're going to do that actually. So we're going to try to beef this up so we don't have to kind of come back to working on plastic again for a little while. Beefy! She laughs at me saying beef things up all the time. I don't know why I say that phrase a lot. I just kind of do. I don't know. What else do you say? What do you say, Brittany, when you're trying to improve something? To bits you say. That has nothing to do with what I just asked. What are you, a flat earther? Yes, quite. Yes, quite.
I just say whatever makes the least sense.
Brittany says, she just says whatever makes the least sense. Well, that's the most factual statement of the day. I mean, what? Did I say it out loud?
Yep, you did.
Let's see what time we have. 8:15. See, we've been streaming for a little over an hour. I'll see if I can go a little bit further. I mean, my head is starting to hurt a little bit, so see how long I can go. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is a little bit. It's a little bit challenging to stream when there's nobody currently watching, but I'm still gonna stream like there is 1,000 people watching, you know. But I guess I gotta get a little bit better at kind of promoting myself here. I have to. So we're going back and promoting or posting on Twitter each time that I'm that I'm streaming. But I you know, to be honest with you, I guess the reason I didn't do that tonight was because I wasn't sure if the stream was going to be stable or not, because I've been having a lot of problems with OBS. But I think that a lot of the playing around I did today, I think fingers crossed, I think I've dialed things in a lot better. Like CPU usage, I know CPU usage across the board is a lot better. Things feel a lot more stable. I finally have the excellent things showing up. Let me check OBS itself, see what kind of stats it's showing. Stream quality is good, so that's showing that. 0 dropped frames. Now let's go take a look at Twitch has this cool inspector that let's see here. Okay, here's the inspector, taking a look at it right now. Oh yeah, another big thing I changed was I changed the keyframe interval to be every 4 frames. Or sorry, the keyframe interval is 4. So I think that means that it's actually doing a keyframe every half a second, which seems a little bit high, but for certain types of games like Satisfactory, it seemed like it was making a pretty big difference when you're panning around and stuff. And this is weird. It's showing my video resolution of 0x0, which I really hope I'm not streaming at 0x0 resolution, or else this is going to be super boring.
You're good. I'm watching you.
Okay, Brittany says that I'm good, but I've been having problems with other people trying to view the stream on Twitch, so I don't know. But I haven't seen anybody pop in, so I don't know if they're having the issues or not tonight. But yeah. But it's saying it's been stable this session. You know, average bit rate, I'm doing 5K. Seems like it's doing that fine. You know, network bandwidth right now, I'm 590. It's fluctuating between 590, 600, 700K upstream. Luckily, I almost have a close to 1 gig connection at this point. I'm using WebPass, so they're really good at. Even though I have a 500 down, 500 up, you get way more than that for your bandwidth. All right, cool. So it looks like things are going good with that. All right, so Yeah, so it looks like one of the problems we're having now is that we are not producing nearly enough refined oil. And let's go take a look at that and see what we could do to improve that a little bit. There's a number of things that we've got to work on. So, yeah, I'm not sure how far in we're going to get this. Not sure how far we'll be able to get tonight on this. Because there's still so many things to do. We're just at that particular stage of the game. I'm taking a look to see... just taking a look at Twitch itself right now to kind of see if there's something I could do to kind of invite some more people in here. This is weird. Like, I usually, you know, in the past I've always had like at least 1 or 2 people just kind of poking in and out here and there. But I guess it's because I haven't been active recently. I've just been very spotty with how active I've been recently. Maybe I kind of really hurt my stream a little bit, so whatever. Just gonna keep doing the stream. We're gonna go to 8:30 tonight, and then I think that'll be when we call it. But yeah, on Wednesday we'll be doing something a little bit different. What we'll be doing, I don't know. You'll just have to tune in to find out. Honestly, it's probably gonna be Terminator Resistance. We'll be doing the Infiltrator mod. Or not mod, but the Infiltrator mode. Okay, I'm just taking a look at my research right now to see what we can do. In order to produce these, yeah, we're going to need the quantum chips, or whatever the heck they call them. So, yeah, that's not really worth unlocking just yet. Well, let's see what upgrades we can upgrade. Yeah, actually, let's upgrade our walking speed. That'll be kind of nice, and then we'll get... Oh, we can't get that yet. Drone engine, make our drones a little bit faster. That'll be kind of nice. I guess we'll do that. Yeah. Let's see here. I guess we could unlock our vertical construction a little bit further. Cool, so let's let that go. I'm gonna put my headphones back on. Yeah, because I just feel so weird without those being on there. I just don't hear the feedback from myself in it. Just feels weird, but unfortunately this is putting pressure on my head already, so I'm trying to see if there's another way that I can... I mean, of course, I could remove the cat ears. That would make way too much sense, though. I mean, you know, why would I do something to make sense? I know, Peanut Gallery. I'm not making any sense, as always. Now, looks like there's no vein here, so let's get rid of that. I guess I could actually put that one back in place here, and we'll let it mine these out a little bit faster. Don't really have to do that, but whatever. There we go. Shouldn't lower that just a little tiny bit. I feel like the game sound might be a little tiny bit high. Oh yeah, another thing I'm going to be experimenting with is putting some background music in here too. Streamlabs has some cool thing with where you could... it's got this plugin that does some, like, you know, music and crap that you just kind of put in the background. Obviously, I would only put it at a much lower volume, but that's something I'll be experimenting with some point in the future as well. Oh yeah, I gotta be running low on fuel. I gotta keep an eye on. Another research complete. Cool. Where is the hydrogen? Oh my god, I keep losing the hydrogen. I know it's around here somewhere. Come here, hydrogen. Come out to play. I know it's around here somewhere. Alright, well, we'll find the hydrogen as we're flying around. Have to increase our refined fuel, which is over here somewhere. Well, it's basically right over here. I'm just trying to see what I can do. So this is doing the fracking essentially, and it's kind of spitting out a lot more energetic graphite. So that's great to have. It's, what do they call this recipe? It's the X-ray cracking, or whatever the heck they call it, which is great. It's great to have that. However, Wait, that's doing refined fuel. Yeah, but you know, the problem is that if you do that all the time with it, you don't get the refined fuel. And we do need a little bit more of that refined fuel. Or refined oil, sorry. And yeah, this actually uses a little bit of that refined oil, but it's actually, the ratio on these is correct. So I don't want to mess with those ratios because that would definitely make things worse. But let's find one of our oil refineries, or oil thingies. So there's one right there. You know what? We've got some oil here. It's 1.18. Okay, it's not a lot, but what we could do is let's tap into this one right here. So let's put an oil extractor here. And then we're going to extract some of this oil. And we're also going to have a logistics setup as well that will grab a little bit extra from other parts of the map, grabbing some of the raw oil, or crude oil, or whatever the heck they call it. Probably crude oil. Yes, crude oil. Because it's very crude. And so is this joke. Actually, this joke was terrible. It wasn't even crude. It was just horrible.
Joke is bad, you should feel bad.
My joke is bad, and I should feel bad. I totally agree. No, Lois, horses are terrible people. Oh, wait, let's move this over there. That's weird. I thought I had several different logistics around my planet that were just grabbing crude oil. But I guess I don't. I'm kind of surprised by that. That's okay. Because what we're going to do is we're going to set up a couple of we're set up a bunch of oil refineries here. And we will brain, train of thought. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and set up a couple of these oil refineries now. And then once we have this oil refinery set up, we will go to other parts of the map to send ourselves some crude oil. Yeah, I wish these buildings actually had the ability to just output directly here. I mean, of course, I understand why they did it, because it makes it a little bit more of a fun challenge, I guess. But yeah, we're also going to have to sort through these, because it's going to produce both hydrogen. All right, it outputs, let's see here. Let me take a look. So yeah, so plasma refining is also going to produce some hydrogen. Not like we really need more hydrogen, but we will have to sort through that later. But we'll just drop that right into a logistics network, and or right into one of these planetary logistics, and it will take care of the sorting for us. And one of the techniques I've used in a few areas is that I will run some additional sorters and like an additional line right next to it if I need to do some pre-sorting. If I run into a situation where I'm just not being able to handle as much of the stuff that I'm producing at that time, and I need to, kind of filter it out a little bit. I think you've seen me do that in a previous episode. I don't know how else to explain it. But you will see me do it if we end up getting to that level of production. Guess we can get rid of these back ones. We don't actually need those. Let's go ahead and provide these with some power. So this can at least start producing something. And then let's see here. Yeah, this one we want to keep running out a little bit further. And then this one right here, this planetary logistics, since we already have that here, that's great. Let's go ahead and tap into that. We might need to move this later, but for right now, this is fine. But yeah, so we're just going to tell this to serve both hydrogen and refined oil. And then you can see it just kind of cycles back and forth between the two of those. Luckily, it's smart enough to do that. You don't have to specify what it is, which is amazing. That is a great way to handle that. I'm glad that they kind of did it that way. Already got 10 drones in there. Perfect. It's not going to be producing a whole ton right now, but it's better than nothing. So let's go ahead and put a little bit more of these refineries in place. The peanut gallery continues to throw out her 2 cents in the background, even though she doesn't want to be on the stream, but she'll still keep throwing out her 2 cents. I mean, what? Yeah, she likes to be the peanut gallery, but she hasn't been on the stream recently. But hey, she's been playing Satisfactory. She's been playing Satisfactory more this week than I have. By far. But that's because I've been working a lot this week, so, you know, it happens. Haven't been able to game very much this week. I've been just kind of busy working all week. Got a big project at work, which I can't talk about at the moment. I'll talk about eventually later, but right now I can't talk about it, so... But the only thing I can say is that I'm working on a big... No, you can't talk about it either, because you've overheard me talking about it, only because you've heard me talking about it at work.
I know a secret.
Yeah, and if you want to get me fired...
No.
Yeah. She knows to be quiet, because I would be really mean.
Only time I know to be quiet.
Yeah. That's true. It's the only time she knows how to be quiet. I mean, what? Alright, there we go. We're producing a little bit more of that oil. That refined, luscious oil. I guess we could just burn off some of that because we don't really need it. We'll need to add a lot more of these, but we just don't have nearly enough refined oil kind of being set out right now. So let's go ahead and find one of our... I mean, I know one of the things we had done early on in this game. We had set a bunch of oil refineries just to pump up oil and burn crude oil directly. Well, while that is also not very environmentally sound, we don't actually need to do that anymore. So we're going to start moving away from that. And so we need to find some of those areas where we are doing that and convert it over to just providing it onto the logistics network. And since we're going to have a whole bunch of extra hydrogen, we're just going to burn that hydrogen off directly. See, like, for example, here... oh, wait, this one's actually providing to the network. Well, that's weird. So this is supplying crude oil, and it had 5K in there, but when I went to go supply it, it didn't grab any of it. That's weird. Let me go make sure that I actually set the other to demands. Maybe that's what was wrong. Because I know that, like, if it would have been set to demand, it should have automatically picked that up, and it didn't. Ah, yeah, see, it's set to supply, that's why. There we go, so it's a demand. And now it's going out and picking up what it needs to. Give it one more drone, just for the hell of it. Just to make it an even 20. And there it goes. Now it's going out, it's grabbing a bunch of crude oil, bring it back, and then it will start producing a heck of a lot more. And while that's doing that, we're going to go fly around a little bit and look for some hydrogen, because I know that I have some hydrogen being produced somewhere around here. Or sorry, the hydrogen fuel rods. The hydrogen fuel rods are what we need. You know, I swear, I should just set up a logistics that's near my mall. So I can just grab them, go to my mall and just pick them up from there, because it's such a pain in the ass to actually find them. Because I know I'm producing them in a stupid spot as like a one-off somewhere. And I don't remember where. Because unfortunately this game doesn't have little markers. I mean, there's no way to like use this map to figure that out either, unfortunately. Early access, they'll be adding it, I'm sure. You know, it's... My complaints are not unique to mine. A lot of people have made these same complaints. See, here's a good example of what I was talking about before. We're just burning crude oil off directly. Kind of unnecessary. Kind of silly to be doing that. But because we are going to start using a lot more of these logistics, let's go ahead and start putting some of the excess directly in there. So when our usage increases, it'll just pick up some more of this extra, and that's no big deal. So let's go ahead and tell it to provide some of that. And we'll just give it a couple of drones. We'll just give it like 10. That's just enough to provide some as needed. See, it did like a quick little... Yeah, it's not really going to be providing a whole lot. Just a little bit here and there. My guess is it'll probably fill up, and then it will start to, every once in a while, ship out some drones worth. Alright, let's see here. Where the heck is my hydrogen? Oh, is this my deuterium? Oh, yes. Okay, see, I do have deuterium being brought in. And, yeah, this is actually where I was going to do some deuterium processing. I got so distracted by it. Or sidetracked before. I know, it's strange. So strange matter is something that we need to work on, but you need the particle collider, and I don't think we have any particle colliders currently. Can I even make the particle collider yet? That's something I'll have to add to my mall. Yeah, here's the miniature particle colliders. You can see we need some of the graphene. So we'll pick up some of that in our travels, because I need to keep flying around until I find the damn... Oh, you know, we actually could just go ahead and add that to our mall now, because it's something we're going to need to produce a lot of those anyway. So, yeah, let's go ahead and just add that to our mall, because we need that anyway. Oh my god, the particle colliders require so many damn materials. Holy oof. Trying not to curse. Trying not to. I almost cursed. I got the mouth of a sailor. What can I say? Oh my god. It's around here somewhere. Oh my god. Where is all this hydrogen? Oh my god. I know it's around here somewhere and I can never find it. And it's funny because while I was sitting there earlier today, playing, there was one point I flew around in circles for like 30 minutes trying to find it. I'm like, where the hell is it? You know, maybe something that would make sense is like, I don't know, just write on a piece of paper, like, here's some landmarks and here are the things that I'm looking for. Or what would make even more sense is when I find it the next time, here's going to be a weird idea. I'm going to say a statement that's going to make sense. And then I'm going to immediately not do the thing that I said I'm going to do, because I'm going to end up finding the hydrogen fuel rods and forget about it. No, but when I find the hydrogen fuel rods, I should set up logistics to provide it to the network and just have my mall just make a request and bring them in. Because I'm never going to find it. I'm always going to keep losing the damn thing, because I remember I put it in a really stupid place. And, I still can't find it. Honestly, this is something that's really frustrating with this game. If I were to say what are the top things that frustrate me on this game, I would have to put that towards the top of the list. Like, yeah, it's kind of annoying to have to like place each individual building and that kind of stuff by hands. All right, whatever, no big deal. It's just kind of the nature of the game. That I don't have so much of an issue with. The issue I have is being able to find everything after you've placed it. I mean, with Factorio, sure, you have the same kind of problem. It's like, oh, where the heck did I put these things? But I don't know. It's just a little bit different. Somehow. I don't know why, but it is a little bit different somehow. Well, now that I'm giving everybody a giant tour of my entire planet, and I can't seem to find it, oh my god, like I swear, like I think I've passed my mall like 8 times now trying to find it. It's gotta be here somewhere. Knowing me, I already put on the logistics network and I forgot. But just to be sure, I'm going to find one of these empty ones, like this one here. This will be good. Actually, let's do it for this one here. I'm going to find one of these empty ones. I'm just going to tell it to request some of those. So if it is already on the network, it's just going to request them. Nope, they're not here, unfortunately. Oh, well. All right, what we're going to do is we're just going to take some of these out, and we'll put it into a storage bin here. So when I do actually find them, we can put them in the network, and eventually they will pick them up. And then the next time I need them, I can just come over here to grab them. There we go. Give this just a couple of drones, just enough to make the deliveries, but I use a lot of power. Oh my god, this is getting frustrating. Where the heck is this? And I can tell I'm running low on fuel because my drone, my dude is getting really slow here. Okay, I have to find this sometime soon because I'm just running out of fuel here. Burn off some of this energetic graphite. Maybe that'll. What, Peanut Gallery?
Are you on the right planet?
Yes, I'm on the right planet. She's asking me if I'm on the right planet. Of course I'm not on the right planet. I mean, I'm on the right planet. Actually, I don't know if I'm on the right planet or not. No, but I do know that it's being produced on this planet somewhere. But okay, let's take a look around. Let's do this the way I probably should have done it to begin with. It's just to kind of fly around here. Let's see if we can find this. It's got to be here somewhere. I know I'm producing it. Okay, here's deuterium and hydrogen. Oh my god. Where the heck did I decide to do that assembly? Oh, is this it? Yes, that's it. Sweet. I think I found it. Woohoo! I think I might have found it. Yay! Here they are. Oh my god, it's about time. That only took us like a month and a half to find those. Not bad. Hope you all weren't bored watching me fly around the planet for like a month trying to find these damn things. You know, let's actually use an interstellar logistics for this because I do want to actually be able to provide that on my interplanetary logistics. So this will probably be a good way to introduce those to doing that. Yeah, let's actually, you know what? No, let's not do that this way. I'm actually going to loop this around. So we get a part of that going into that container. Actually, probably won't have it into that container anymore. Actually, we could leave it there. It doesn't matter. That's totally fine. But we do want to tell this to provide this to the network. And because we do have something somewhere else that is requesting it. Let's see, do we have any interplanetary or interstellar? Yeah, there we go. Just plop one in there. So if we do have another place in the interstellar space that we need it, we can just request it later. All right, so let's see here. Give this some power. Of course, we need to actually give ourselves some fuel. There we go. Excellent. Let's grab one more for good luck. Sort this for the hell of it. And there we go. Cool. That's actually being provided on the logistics network. So next time we need it, we can just go over there and grab it. All right. So we were producing more plastic, I think. Not a whole ton more, but we're producing a little bit more. Let's see if we can find where that was again. Now we got to go about finding that. Oh, that's over right here. That's easy. Let's see how our crude oil's doing. And we're still not putting a whole hell of a lot of crude oil here. Oh, that's because I didn't tell this to output crude oil here. There we go. Now we should start producing a hell of a lot more refined oil. And if we look over here, you should start seeing it come through a lot faster now. There we go. All right. Now we're making some progress. Now let's go ahead and add another one of these over here. We'll add one more line of these towards the bottom. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and offset these. So we'll do this one here and this one here. It is kind of tough putting these so close to each other. I actually should have selected this to begin with. But there, next time we need to do that, we don't have to do that. Perfect. Let's get the output for these kind of going down this way again. We'll have to move this, that's okay. And let's connect you in here. Gotta give you some power. There you go. Get this going in here. There we go. And need to give it a little bit there. Connect this one up, and then we will run it to the other side, because we also have to deal with this power pole right here. Get rid of that. I don't know if that broke anything or not. Nope, didn't break anything. Yay. We're good. So let's run this down this way, and then we'll finish connecting that up and providing a little bit more. Perfect. And now we can just stamp out a whole ton of these really fast. And then hook them all up. You can notice I'm skipping I'm putting 2 down and then skipping. That's so I can allow myself to have room for this. I mean, there might be a better way to kind of align these, but I think for right now this is pretty much the best that I've come up with. I haven't really found anything cleaner or not. Wait, this is going the wrong direction. Let's bring you down there. There you go. And you like this. You like this. You like this. Oh yeah, another game I've been thinking about. I've heard a lot of people talking about Stardew Valley over the years, and you know, I'm kind of I have a love-hate with pixel art. You know, I'm an old school gamer, so on one hand I'm like, yeah, I've been through the whole pixel art thing of like playing games that were literally pixel art because it wasn't being retro or whatnot. That was just the graphics for it. So there's that part of it. So on that hand, I'm like, yeah, you know, but on the other hand, like, I do appreciate the nostalgia part of it. So, you know, I'm not sure, like, I'm half tempted to just start playing the game on the stream and see how it goes. And just do a, hey, I haven't done this before, so let's try it and see how it goes. I've thought about that. That is one of the possible directions I might head for some of the future streams. No, I'm not going to show myself out. I've already done that 20 times during the stream. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I know. I'm not going to show myself out much more on that. But yeah, I mean, you know, do keep an eye out, and you'll see for some of those games. We'll kind of see what we're going to do. I'm definitely going to be changing up, bringing in some new games. I mean, for the most part, my strategy, or, you know, I'm always going to be playing these kind of strategy games, these builder games. These are always my favorites. You know, I'll be looking into a couple more 2D kind of ones. Like, I really like RimWorld. RimWorld's a lot of fun. I'll be honest, I'm not the best at RimWorld. I tend to play it on some of the kind of easier settings. But yeah, RimWorld would definitely be a good possibility for a game to play as well. So I'll have to think about that one a little bit. That could be a fun one. I don't know if Brittany has any experience with playing the game RimWorld. I want to be careful with saying the word RimWorld around her, because she might think something else.
I'm always thinking things.
I couldn't imagine what she would be possibly thinking of when speaking such things, but, you know. Yep, those are words. Alright, so we're producing a lot more refined oil, which is great. Now let's go take a look at... Actually, no, we might need to go a little further with this. Oh, we have to pick up some more refineries. Let's go pick up some more refineries. Let's scale that out a little bit further. And, yeah, overall, I think this stream has been a lot more stable than last week. I mean, it's been infinitely... No, that's nothing to do with the number of people that are watching. It's just, it's infinitely more stable. I spent a couple of hours today. You know, I hate to log out of Streamlabs because they make you stay logged in, because I have had a problem with losing configs in the place, or in the past, not place, in the past. So I was really cautious about doing that, but I did it, and it was worth the effort, because I think that I've made it a lot more stable. But unfortunately, nobody's here to help celebrate with me. Oh well. Alright, grab a bunch more oil refineries. Let's grab some more. Alright, we're good on sorters, I think. Okay, cool. And let's go scale out a little bit more of those. And then I think that'll probably do it for this episode. So yeah, we're going to come over here. We're going to scale this out. Produce a whole bunch more of those, just like we were doing before. We're going to scale out the 2 by, or, you know, 2, skip, 2, skip, 2, skip. Sounds like a song or a really hard to comprehend dance number, I guess. I don't know. I can't dance, so it, of course, would sound like a dance number. There's things in this world I can do. Dancing is not one of them. Well, unless I get really, really drunk and then I just do this kind of like stumble wobble kind of thing. But I think everybody does that. Oh, there we go. These were, I don't know how I messed up the connections of those, but... Oh, wow. I totally messed up these connections. Let's rerun these. These are... What the heck was I doing here? Let's try to rerun these. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. This was totally messed up. Like, totally messed up. There we go. It's so much better now. Okay. I got the conveyors totally messed up and backwards. That's what it was. Why are these not producing anything? I'm not getting any crude oil in. Did I forget to connect those? I thought I did connect them. Oh, wait. No, I just plopped those down. So, of course I didn't get to those yet. Duh. How would I have? That one was offset. And it's going to bother me unless I fix it now. Of course, I broke the whole conveyor instead of just fixing that one little part. But I guess if I were to actually use the hotkeys, that probably wouldn't have happened as much. Alright, there we go. Now all those should be producing something. I want to go be careful about going too overboard on this because I don't want to end up producing far more residual fuel than we're actually using, because that would definitely be a bit of an issue. And basically what would happen is that our hydrogen would just back up so much that, you know, I do want to, you know, I should have actually torn down that one place that was burning off the crude oil, because I want to make sure that we aren't burning off crude oil or energetic graphite anymore. It's a complete waste. I want to make sure that all of our crude oil is either going towards producing residual oil or producing, well, basically producing anything except for power. For power generation, it's just a waste at this point. So I'm just kind of flying around looking for anything that is producing or burning off crude oil. That one's not doing it. I know that we saw some before, and I really should have just shut it down when I saw it. Here's one right here. Perfect. So we're going to shut this one down right here. Actually, probably the easiest thing to do would be to flip this around so it's facing the opposite direction. We're going to put logistics here, and we'll have this one just connect directly in. And even if it's not actually being fully utilized right now, that's totally okay. Even if we end up just like filling this thing up with crude oil and it does nothing and never ends up doing anything, that's totally okay. Anything that needs to request that crude oil can just come grab it as needed. So I'm not too worried about that. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I could do the shift click to get rid of those things. Alright, so we're going to put another logistics here. Yeah, actually, no, let's just get rid of these. We don't need these anymore. We want to burn off more of that hydrogen. But I think right now we're probably okay. Let's see how our power's doing. Actually, we could burn off a little bit of hydrogen. And we're going to end up having so much of it that it's going to be a constant thing, just burning off all that excess hydrogen. So let's, since this one right here, we're always requesting hydrogen. We're bringing in hydrogen all the time. Let's just extend this one out a little bit further. Especially since we just picked up a bunch of these, what are these, thermal generators? Yeah, thermal power stations, and we're just going to use those for burning off hydrogen. Just trying to line these up so they look somewhat nice. I mean, there are limits to what I can do right now because of the way that I have this kind of offset, but let's see. I guess that works. I'm not particularly happy about this, but this is okay. We're just burning off this fuel anyway. I wish there was another way that we can deal with it, kind of like what we deal with Satisfactory, which is when we have a bunch of excess resources, we just drop them in the sink. But unfortunately, this game does not have that kind of concept. It would be amazing, but they don't have it. So, as you can see, I'm just kind of struggling to find the right alignment for these. So there we go. I just like them to sit in the middle. No particular reason, just because I can, and because why not? There we go. But yeah, this will definitely help with some of our power problems. Well, I mean, we don't really have any power problems yet, but I'm sure it's only a question of time before we do. And this also helps us with the problem with having excess hydrogen. Which, trust me, once the hydrogen gets all, you know, kind of backed up, then it becomes problems with all of your other things downstream are just not getting used. You just don't end up bringing in any, deuterium, and then all that production gets kind of held behind, and it just becomes a giant mess. So you just got to deal with it when you can. So if we do come across any more of those that are burning crude oil, we'll just tear them down because we don't need them anymore. I'm not even sure which planetary logistics. Oh yeah, it's this one right here. Duh, the first one I click. So you can see we have tons of hydrogen that we're bringing in, and we're barely pushing out much of it at all. I mean, it says 800 in transit. So yeah, 800 of it's being transported on the planet right now. Not doing much with remote requests right now. That's just kind of been idle. So we might have the proper amount. It's hard to say. Okay, so I think that is probably going to do it for tonight's episode. Is there anything else I wanted to do before we close it down for the night? Yeah, I'm getting a bit of a headache. It's just, you know, it's been this nonstop struggle that I've been dealing with. I gotta get these headphones fixed. That might help a lot. Luckily, taking my headphones off for a few did help a bit, though. So that was good, and I'll have to make sure that I continue to do that a little bit during my stream until I have this problem actually solved correctly. Oh wait, these don't have veins, so I don't need to keep mining those anymore. Actually, I guess I'll just move that up here so we kind of clear out the remainder of this. Yeah, let that kind of clear those out. Here we go. And that should be good. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're producing glass in several different places, so this is not that big of a deal. Don't really worry about that. It's totally fine. Oh, yeah, let's see what kind of research we can do really fast. Let's see if we can kick off one more research item. Drive engine. Yeah, I guess that would be nice, but we don't really quite need it right now. Can't unlock that yet. Oh, yeah, we can do vein utilization. It's always good. Let's grab some of this out of here because we have it here. Why not? Might also use my mech itself to kind of produce some of those. Or do some of that research. Let's see, did we go up a little bit further? We did, so we can actually produce even more science. There we go. Or process more science, I should say. There we go. You can see the numbers start going even faster. It's one thing I love about this vertical stacking, being able to go up even further. And I think that is the maximum that we could do with our vertical construction now. Yeah, until we get the green science, which we're a little ways away from. But, so wait, let's see. We go to green science, and then, yeah, actually, green science is next. And that's our last color science. And then after that, we'll go to white science, which is like that's kind of like the end game science, where you basically take each of those colors, you put them together, you create white, and then further research is done based on the white. And you can see that, like anything with the infinity symbol right here, those are certain things that you can keep requesting forever, or just keep, you know, advancing forever, whatever you want to call it. Research speed, yeah, let's go ahead and do that one really fast. My nose is starting to itch a lot. Sorry. But yeah, actually doing that research to get the faster uh, lab research is probably now's a good time to do that. So that's why I grabbed it. Let's see, we need to grab a little bit of yellow science. We could just probably grab some. Yeah, we'll grab it out of here. So we can have our mech itself kind of help a little bit with that. Just kind of refreshing the chat. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out like when exactly it shows that there are, yeah, because it says there are people watching, like it shows users. If you are currently watching this, please throw a quick message in Twitch. I'm kind of curious if there is. Well, I know that you're watching, Brittany. You don't have to tell me that you're watching from the other side of the room. Yeah, well, I'm not talking to you, Brittany. I'm talking to the other people that might be watching. If you're watching me live right now, please just give a little hi in chat. Be nice to see if there are people. But yeah, it's kind of hard to keep track of whether, you know, I don't know if that, like, user list is actually accurate or not. Not you, Brittany. Oh my god, girl. Yeah, I don't know how often that list updates or whatnot, but it would be really nice to know. Oh, wow, we're not really getting much purple science coming in right now. I wonder if... actually, let's take a quick look over here. This will be our last thing for the night. I'm curious if our purple science has just come to a complete halt or not. We might not be producing nearly enough things for that right now, and that might be why it's kind of... let's see, these are all stopped. And it's because of the particle broadband, which is held up by this green crap, the crystal silicon. Oh! The crystal silicon is behind. Interesting. And we're producing that on another planet. Oh, did my logistics network get messed up from that? You know, let's take a quick look at this. Actually, before we end it for the night, let's actually take a good look at this to make sure that this is not... Okay, so yeah, see, we're doing a remote demand. And, yeah, it looks like there was nothing here. Okay, let's go take a look at that planet first before we end for the night. Brittany, can you do me a favor?
Nope.
Can you get me some kombucha, please? Kombucha. Kombucha, butcher, butcher. Yeah, that stuff.
Got it.
Thank you. Have her get me some kombucha. I love kombucha. It's so great. I drank probably way too much of it. You know what, though? I mean, it is good for your gut health because, you know, it's got those probiotics and stuff in it. Can I have it in a glass, please? She hands me the whole, like, 9-gallon bottle. Like,
It's
thank
in a
you for this
glass.
9-gallon bottle. Can I have one in a little bit more human size container? How about a Jolene size container? And don't hand me a shot glass, I swear. See, this is... You were going to do that too, weren't you? You were going to do this, weren't you? I know her. I know her. Like, seriously, like... Because I'm so much of a brat that these are the things that I would do. She would... Just a normal glass. Don't you dare get a shot glass, I swear. Do you know what? No, actually, you know what? In second thought, can you please make me a drink now?
Okay.
Thank you. Oh my god, she was getting a measuring cup. Oh my god, what a brat. Alright, so that was one I didn't think of. But the shot glass I thought was funny. Yeah, so this is where I beefed up that the magnetic coils earlier today, and this is also where we are getting our that green crap. And I know it's here somewhere. taking a look around for because I think we might need to either fix that production, improve it, or who knows, but something definitely went wrong with it. See, we're not getting any here. This is where it's being produced. And, oh wow, there's nothing in here. Ooh, what did I break here? Okay, so you can see that we are producing a little... We're just not getting very much. Okay, let's see. We kind of bring it down here, and this is for the... I want to make sure I get the names of these right. Okay, high purity silicon. So we got the silicon ore kind of coming down. Down here. Some of these are producing a high silicon ore. Some of these are producing the crystal silicon, but we're not producing nearly enough crystal silicon. And let's see if we can fix that really fast, shall we? Looks like this vein has completely, or it's not totally dried up, but it's getting pretty close to dried up at this point. I guess we can probably put this... we don't really have much room, so we'll have to wait till this one's finished before we do that. But let's add another one of these logistics. No, we don't want interstellar. Let's just do regular planetary logistics right here. And this will be for requesting silicon ore from around the planet. Let's get rid of that. Because we want to be able to request it from several different places on the planet. Because I think that we have several different places we're building it. Maybe not. Let's see. Okay, so let's put a couple drones in there and see how that does. No. Okay, so let's go. Oh my god. Is that booze? Did you... What? How did you... She... This woman, I swear. Like... You know, I almost did the thing where I went to go smell it and see if there was booze in it, and then I remembered, wait, I can't smell. Bitch. It seems like that had some booze in it. And that's definitely booze. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. There. Oh, hi! That's cold! What are you doing? My god, girl. She's gonna get it later.
Oh.
She's like, don't you threaten me with a good time. Alright, so let's go take a look where the silicon ore is. I know we got more on this planet somewhere. Oh wow, we're down to 1.1 million silicon ore on this planet, so that's gonna be an issue. We might actually have to... Ooh, this is actually kind of an issue. Let's see. Let's take a look at this other planet, see if we have any silicon ore there. Oh, we got 4.4 million there. Well, since we already... Oh, wait, you know, I don't remember if we're actually producing any on that planet or not. Well, so the question I'm wondering is, do I want to just fly to this other planet and see how much of it we're using so you can see we're actually reducing the amount there. So, well, first off, since we already have some on this planet, let's find the remainder of it. And so we can just mine out what's here. You can see some of it up there. So let's kind of fly back down that way. And we'll at least mine up what we have so we can get some initial production of it going again. I think we're flying in the right direction. I think so. Maybe not. I know I just saw it. Where'd it go? Brittany, why did you hide the silicon ore again on me? Oh, there it is. I found it. She hid it on me. I'm telling.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would...
Telling who? Oh my god. That's alright. I'm gonna get her back because I'm gonna force her to watch Terminator Dark Fate with me tonight.
What a terrible fate.
She said, what a terrible fate. Oh my god, she's gonna get it.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Womp womp is accurate, girl. She is the queen of womp womp. I don't know what that means, but I literally have no idea what that means. Alright, there we go. Just when I said I was going to end the stream for the night, I found more things to do that we need to do. Because honestly, like, if I didn't do this right now, I would have forgotten it for next stream, and I would have been like, wait, why is this not working? But that works out, because, like, I was kind of figuring, like, what do I want to do next? Because there's so many things that I need to do. Like, we're at this stage of the game that, like, you know, people look at these games and they're like, oh my god, you just spent 6 hours working on, like, producing one item out of 12 dependencies that are needed in order to get to this next phase of it. Well, that's, you know, it's kind of part of the whole game. It's not a race to get through all of your technologies. You know, I do tend to race through technologies. It's a habit that everybody kind of has. But it's also kind of a dangerous habit, because you lose a big part of the reason why these games exist. Getting through those technology trees is a big part of it. And yes, you might spend a whole night optimizing one little small part of it, only to get on to the next part. But, yeah, it depends. I mean, there are some people who spend a lot of time just working on one little small phase. And they'll spend 2 nights just working on one little tiny thing. And then there are some people who will spend, you know, a night just to produce one item, and then everything else, like, they just scale it up as they need it. And everybody's got their own play style. Cool. Ooh, wow, that drink is strong.
I gave you tequila, or not tequila, alcohol on the side, so you can make it however strong you wanted.
Oh, that was tequila?
Not tequila.
I was like, wait a minute. She said it's tequila. I'm like, it didn't taste like tequila, but all right.
It's not tequila.
That's all right. I like my drinks way stronger than her. I'm kind of a lush. What can I say?
It was whiskey.
Yes, I realized it was whiskey. But you said it was...
I can't smell it, so I thought I'd tell you.
Yes, I can't smell. Thank you for reminding me. I'm just being a brat. I know.
Not nearly as much as me.
Tonight, that is an accurate statement. She's saying that, that she's a bigger brat, and I would have to say that, yes, tonight she's definitely being a bigger brat than me. She just has to wait until I'm done with this, because when I'm done and I can focus on being a brat, you know, there are things in this world you never want to do. Never. Try to have a brat off with me. You'll lose.
Oh, I love it.
She tries. She really does try.
I mean, I lose, but it's okay.
She loses at having a brat off with me frequently. I am skilled in the bratty arts.
The fact that I enjoy losing in a brat off is another.
See, she enjoys losing a brat off. I enjoy winning a brat off. Like, I don't know. I don't know. We're just weird. What can I say?
Yeah.
It'd be nice when we get those warp things, so we can kind of warp even within the solar system. It makes things a lot easier. Splat. I love that. You can just go heading, like, you know,
Yeah.
2 kilometers a second directly into a planet and walk and stand up and just keep walking. Like nothing. Yeah. That doesn't really happen in the real world, for the record. Alright, so, yeah, so you can see that we are producing a lot of silicon here. Or a lot of silicon ore. But for some reason, we're not producing a lot of that silicon, or what the heck was it called again? It's the, crystal silicon. I mean, eventually we'll switch it over to these things, the advanced recipe, but we need to go to other solar systems for that. So we can't do that quite right now, but we can at least improve our crystal silicon recipes. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll just add a couple more of those. Actually, let's speed these up too. So let's get a little bit more of that material kind of flowing there. And we'll put down actually, wait, before I go too far with this, let's select the correct recipe so I'm not doing a bunch of copy pasta. Crap. Oh, you know what? I just remembered we got this new recipe, and we definitely start building a bunch of these. Because these are so much easier to deal with than individual power poles. I don't know why we didn't start using these sooner, but, you know, whatever. There we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. Kind of connecting you in. Connecting you in. Connecting you in. And you in. You in. You in. You in. You in. You. Okay. And is this a interplanetary or interstellar? It is. Excellent. Remote supply. Local demand. Good. That works. We're not actually really bringing it anywhere. We're only producing it in this one spot, so we don't really have to do a local demand on it. Yeah, I do like this local demand, local supply model. I think it's kind of cool. I would like it to have a little bit more flexibility, though, so we can do things like have circuits that kind of turn on and off based on demand, or, you know, dynamically shifting demands, that kind of stuff. That would be kind of cool if they added that in the future. I'm sure they will. Kind of surprised that Satisfactory has not added logic circuits yet. That would be really, really nice. That's something that I really wish they would add in the game. Peanut Gallery is probably in the back going, what the heck's a logic circuit? And the answer is your face. Now, so for those that don't know, a logic circuit is the ability to... Okay, so within like a processor or any digital electronics, I should just say digital electronics in general, because the same is true for something that's outside of a processor. But essentially what it is, you have transistors. A transistor will basically say, well, if you connect these 2 points, then it will either... you know, if you have data, if you have 2 ones going through this one type of transistor, then that means that it will connect this additional transistor and send additional data. Or it could say, well, if you're sending power to only like this one, you know, I'm explaining it really badly. Anyway, it's a switch, essentially. And you can use multiple transistors together to create something like what's called an AND circuit, or an AND logic gate. An AND logic gate is saying that, like, if this and this, then that means that it's true. You can have what's called an OR, which is either this or that. Or you have XOR, which is basically this or that, but not both. So when you put those all those circuits together, then you end up creating a processor, you know, much more complex electronics. And the reason that's important in factory builder games is because it allows you to do some interesting, you know, logic related to your factory itself. So it'd be cool to be able to do things like, hey, you know, as long as I'm producing enough of this item, I have enough of this item being produced, that means that you shouldn't need to turn on these machines. Or if my production is getting behind on this amount, then turn on these extra, you know, machines. Or if, you know, nothing is being produced currently, then, you know, there's a ton of different things that you could do. You could also do things with, like, the logistics drones. So you could do things like saying, okay, well, if I don't have anything in my return and I don't have anything in my outgoing, do nothing. Just wait. Instead of flying back and forth with, like, only 3 items. So you can do things like, okay, I only want this drone to activate and send the data if this remote system is falling behind because the trains are just too slow. So like trains, you can move a lot of material back and forth, you know, in bulk, but you might have a system where you're like, yeah, exactly. Whatever she just said in the background, I don't know. It just allows for a much more, much greater control over your factory. And I think it would be super cool if they added that. Alright, so there we go. That should make that a little tiny bit better. I mean, this is always going to be an issue until we get the alternate recipe out there for this. but we're at least producing something right now. So yeah, you can see we're kind of flying it back and forth. So at least we're sending something out now. Before, we just suddenly stopped producing anything. And I don't know why this was the case, but that's what happened. Now, of course, we only have 4 million on here. I think we actually should set this thing to local demands, remote supply of the silicon ore. And the reason we're going to do that is because we can use this to send to other planets for the actual production. Let's grab one out of here. I don't like that number being like that. I want it to be an even number. And let's go to one of these other veins, and we'll just set up some more mining to at least drop off locally. And then when I do want to have something, actually we could have, let's see here. Let me just put a splitter here. Just kind of run this directly in there. But we'll do it based on a priority splitter. So let's put the splitter here. Run this in, run that in, and then our priority is going to be to put that out to there. And the only time that it will spit off anything into this this left arm is when this top arm just completely fills up. But I'm not sure that that is actually going to happen because it looks like we're kind of chewing things up at a pretty consistent flow. No, there we go. You can see there's just a little bit of residual here and there kind of coming off it, and that's good. I could actually probably increase the speed a little bit too, and that would make even more kind of come off there. There we go. But yeah, this will allow my other planet to be able to request silicon ore if we want to process it there directly. Which we might not. It just seems like a little bit of a waste to fly there, only to fly back to another planet, but we could do it if we wanted to. Let's upgrade the speed of that belt. That'll definitely help this one go even faster. Upgrade both of them. There we go. And let's see, how much ore do we have here? Yeah, we got 1.1 million ore here. Could probably throw on another... I don't think we really need to. I was thinking oh, well, we could throw on another drill if we need to, but you know what? We've got plenty of it coming up here. This is going at a pretty fast speed. And you can see we even with it going off like that, we have it populating a good amount coming into here, so that's no big deal. Might not actually end up using it, but if we do, we have it. It's there. So, anyway, all right. I think that this is what this is actually where I'm going to call it. Went over a little bit longer than I was originally thinking about doing, but hey, I'm done for the night. Gonna go have a drink and force my girlfriend to watch some Terminator because she's been just too much of a brat tonight, and brats need to learn. Anyway, thank you all. Please like, subscribe, share it around if you can. I greatly appreciate it. Please join me on Wednesday. I stream every Wednesday and Saturday. Well, usually every Wednesday and Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, not specific time. Pacific time. That joke never gets old. Yeah, I don't know what game I'll be streaming this week. Check the schedule and you'll see. I know there's been a couple little gaps in the schedule recently because I've just had a bunch of things going on in my life. I'm trying to get a little bit better at, just maintaining my stream. I'll be honest with you, I was really feeling under the weather today. I didn't really feel like doing my stream, but the show must go on, so I had to kind of push myself to do it. So anyway, thank you all, and I hope that everybody there has an absolutely amazing weekend. Bye, my unicorns. Bye.